This is part 1 of how to teach phonics in the fun way and get the most out of it as a teacher. In Prep and Year 1, my biggest goal was to make the learning of phonics fun. It's something I'm really passionate about, and of course I've been teaching children to read for the last 8 years, and it's something that I feel like I have a lot of knowledge on, so I want to share that with you. Now, the testing of phonics drives me a little bit crazy. I don't believe in having them sit there and just point at a letter and say the sound that that letter makes and then tell you what the letter is. I just think that's pointless. I don't think you're really getting anything out of that, because one day they might be able to do it and then they get the test and they can't do it. Is that telling you that they don't know it? No, it's telling you that in a testing situation they have anxiety. So I am going to show you one way that I used to do it with my students in a group and in a game, so that I could get a basic understanding of the phonemes that they know. You can play the game 2 ways depending on what you're trying to figure out. Do you want to know if they know the letter and what sound that letter makes, or do you want to know if they can hear the sound and then find the letter? Super easy. All you need is 2 things: a fly spot and some cards with the testing letters on it. So one way you could do it is to have them all out that you want, and then you say find H, and they'll find H, and then I say to them, oh, what letter makes the H sound? And then they'll find the letter that makes the H sound. Super easy. Or you can do it the other way. You can have all of these out on the floor and say find the letter H. Find the letter H. Tell me what sound the letter H makes. When you hit it with your fly swat, you've got to say the sound. Where's the letter H? H. And you can do it in so many different ways. You can have them in a group and you can do it one at a time. You could have them do it individually so that you could just see what they're doing on their own. Obviously that takes a little bit more time. I always like doing stuff in a group situation because it takes less time. You can get more out of them. And I would have a sheet with all of the kids' names on it and the phonemes or the graphemes that I am testing, and I would just quick tick, and half the time they don't even notice what you're doing. If you want to do it in a group situation but you want to test them individually, you could say to the students, give one student the fly swatter and say, I want you to look for V, and as that child is looking for the V, everybody else writes it down on a whiteboard or on one of these magic tablets. That keeps them busy, so while the child is searching for it, the other children are doing something at the same time. You don't want to get yourself into a situation where you've got one child finding 6 letters and then other children sitting there doing nothing, because they will start to play up. Or they will start telling that other child the answer. That's not helpful either. So if you want to do that, I suggest having something extra that they can do. I have a bunch of these ideas. This is just part 1. I am going to continue and do a bunch of phonics related content. So if you would like to see that, follow along.